Oh boy, this game. Welcome everyone to a one-shot of Five Nights at Freddy's. This will be a one life run. I'll go as long as I stay alive. So I'll probably make it to night 3 or 4. I haven't actually passed night 4 yet, so at the very least I'll probably die then. Night 1. Night 1 is easy. I can sleepwalk through it. There we go. I was wondering if there was something wrong with the screen there for a second.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know.
Oh good, I'm already starting to lose my mind.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah, it's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Alright, so we can actually be in the game now. The first night is pretty easy. It's just, you pretty much have to watch out for Bonnie, who's going to come from the left. This game really doesn't scare me at all, so I'm not going to go all wacky sound effects whenever they show up. So, I'll pretty much just run through information on how to avoid certain things or talk about certain things. Yeah, Bonnie's usually... Actually, pretty much Bonnie's always the first one to pop up on night 1. Chico will roam around too, but she usually won't come to the door. I've never seen her come to the door on night 1. In fact, you could actually... Pretty much once the guys stop talking, you could probably just sit there with the left door closed for most of the night and not have anything happen. For the simple fact that, one of the things people don't actually know is that if you sit here all night, and oh, here's Bonnie. over in the backstage. If you sit here all night, I've heard that Foxy will actually show up by the end of it. And I have seen Foxy actually appear like in the last 1 or 2 hours opening the curtain. Freddy won't move off the stage until at least night 3. Although he doesn't do anything on night 3. At least I've never seen him do anything on night 3. He'll just kind of move around. And there's Chica. Bonnie's probably gonna gun for the door here soon. When Bonnie moves, the cameras actually mess up. Hey there, Freddy. Actually, it might be both of them that they mess up on. Another good indicator that they're moving is you'll hear sound effects, and he's moved over to the closet. Usually Chica will hang out either in the bathroom area or the cam like right before the last one to you. You can also hear when she goes into the kitchen. Which the kitchen is the disabled cam. Yeah, Chica hasn't moved at all. Bonnie's moved back to the West Hall. I don't actually know if Bonnie's going to make an appearance at the door or not. It's already 5 a.m. Yep, right at the cam right next to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and close the door, for the simple fact that I have plenty of power for being at 5 a.m. So it really doesn't matter. It's kind of funny how Bonnie actually looks less monstrous when she gets closer to the door. And day 1 done. Not a single one came to the door. Second night they will, for sure, though.
Congrats.
Yeah, Bonnie will be up and moving pretty much the moment you get into the second night.
The week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
I hear a banging noise, but I have no idea where it's coming from. Anyways, Bonnie's the only one out for now. Like the guy said, you probably should be checking the cameras by the time he says to check them. Bonnie's moved. Yeah, West Hall. Bonnie just loves to hang out in the West Hall. Like that and backstage and probably the supply closet are usually the spots I'll find Bonnie in. Pirate Cove is the real problem. Almost every single time I've died in this game has been the Foxy. Just because I'll mess up and not be paying attention to Pirate Cove when I should be. Pretty much Foxy will stay in Pirate Cove as long as you're watching. But you'll see him peek out of the curtain, then he'll be almost off the stage, and then he'll be gone. And then he'll take off in a sprint towards your location, and you pretty much have to close the door immediately. Although there is a trick to it, which I'm sure I'll be able to show. Either this night or the next. Probably this night. And Chica's off the stage now. But yeah, night 2, I'm definitely paying more attention to Foxy than the others. Chica is in the kitchen. I can tell because when pots and pans are moving and you hear them, that means somebody's in the kitchen, and it's always Chica. Foxy hasn't made his appearance yet, so... There's Bonnie. That was a pretty quick, run from the supply closet for sure. Yeah, Bonnie's still there. You can tell because you can see an outline of a shadow there when you turn on the light. There we go, now it's gone. Bonnie, okay. Foxy's opened the curtain. Anyways, as I was saying, Bonnie is usually the one that's always going to show up. Chica usually just sort of hangs out, but she's slowly making her way to the door. The problem with Chica, though, is that she'll take forever to leave, and you'll waste a lot of power. That's probably why she doesn't show up too much. And both of these guys are basically right at the door. Okay. Foxy's still at his regular position there. Somebody's gonna show up soon, I'm sure of it. I thought for sure Chica was there. Like, I was sure of it because she must have moved back really far then. Anyways, I'm at 30% power and I'm at 4 AM, so I'm not doing too bad, but Foxy's on the stage at this point. That means he's just about ready to run. Bonnie's there. I was half expecting Chica to be there too. I've actually had that happen once where they were both at the doors at the same time. It was like the most ridiculous thing ever because I was wasting so much power. Foxy's gone. And there he goes. So basically, as you saw there, I looked at Pirate Cove and did not look at any other camera. Reason for this is that his trigger is to look at that camera, the West Hall one, where he'll run and you have about 5 seconds to close the door. And then he goes back to curtains drawn. So he's not probably going to show up again tonight, since it's already 5 AM. But yeah, that's pretty much the trick there, is that you have to notice Pirate Cove that he's gone, because you have more time. If you set off the trigger on the West Hall cam, then you're gonna have a bad time. I am almost sure that somebody's gonna show up here in the last couple seconds. Yep, I was sure of it. I only have 11% of power, but it's not gonna matter. Chica's in the kitchen, so I don't even have to check. Bonnie's just sitting here trying to waste out my power. Jeez. And third night. This is usually where I pretty much say the game actually begins, because the first 2 nights are pretty easy. You'd probably be tripped up by Foxy the first couple times. But other than that, it's pretty easy, but now things are gonna get a lot harder. Chica's already gone.
Hello. Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant. Anyway, I better not take up too much of your time. Things are getting real tonight. Hey, listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuffed into a Freddy suit, try playing dead. You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a mental skeleton into you. I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Chica's in the kitchen. And you can see how fast it took for Foxy to go from curtains drawn to being on the stage. That did not take long at all. pretty much, though. Besides Foxy, you don't have to watch the cameras so often. As the footsteps usually give indication when they're moving. But I would definitely try hard when Foxy is in that position of being on the stage to not look at the West Hall cam. Because you may accidentally trigger that when he goes off the stage, like right now. And he's already gone back to curtains open, so... Like, I'm not sure if, Okay, Chica's, like, right there. Yep. Once I noticed the cameras were messing up, I was pretty sure she was going to be right there. Unfortunately, she's going to be there for like a full minute. Which means if I have to, I'm going to have both doors closed. Trying to keep Foxy out if he makes a run for it. Which I'm almost sure he will soon. As I was saying before, I don't know exactly if the thing with, like, if you watch him too much or too little, because it seems kind of random, to be honest. Like, there's probably a certain amount of time you have to watch him, which slows him down, but, Chica's finally gone. But a lot of time it seems rather random when he shows up and leaves. Okay, I was kind of wondering where Bonnie was, but then I remembered that Bonnie hasn't even left yet. It's already 2 AM, and I'm almost down to half power, which is pretty bad. Like I said, Chica will take up a lot of power just hanging around. That's nice. Freddy's hanging out, I don't know where he is, but he does leave the stage tonight, and he just sort of lingers around in a room in the back, usually. He stays in the same rooms. There he is in the back. Over in the party room. You can only see his eyes, usually, unless he's on the very last cam. And then he's like in your face like Bonnie is in that cam. But Freddy is pretty difficult from Night 4. He's usually the one that trips me up the most. Because he doesn't show up at the doors, he just comes right in. Okay, I was half expecting somebody was going to show up there. Yep, Chica's there. I'm surprised Foxy hasn't run for it yet. And given that I can't find Bonnie, she's probably over on the West Hall. Just waiting. It's 4 AM and I have 30% power left, so I can pretty much make this. Come on, Chica. Sheesh. Maybe I won't if she sits there the entire time. There we go. Wasted like 4 more % of power just sitting there. Chica's just hounding that corner for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I'm usually worried about Bonnie, but Chica's just sort of hanging out there. I'm surprised Foxy hasn't ran for it yet. I'm kind of worried about that. When you hear the jingle in the background, that sounds like a song, like being played on a music box or something. That means Freddy's moving around. But like I said, he doesn't show up on the third day. He won't come to the room. This is gonna be close, guys. I don't know. It's 5 a.m. and I have 14% power. And I'm losing more by the second. Okay, there goes Bonnie. Alright, actually, I think I might make this. Damn it, Foxy!